Hi, my name is Emily. My presentation is going to be on Egypt and ancient China. Both Egypt and ancient China had similarities, such as having natural barriers, which are deserts and bodies of water, and their nearby rivers helped grow travel, agriculture, economy, and trade. Egypt was in the continent of Africa and had the Nile River, and China was in the continent of Asia and had the Yellow and Yangtze River. Both served as ways to provide food, trade, and communication. The northern part of China, drained by the Yellow River, is colder, flatter, and more arid than the south. The Yangtze River is the dominant feature of the warmer, wetter, and more lush south, a region well suited to rice cultivations. The Nile flooded once a year for a period of several months, bringing fertile soil and moisture for farming. Through the fertility of the Nile River and their own hard work, Egyptians produced annual agricultural surplus, which in turn sustained a growing and prosperous population. The Nile also unified Egypt, serving as a highway that promoted easy communication and trade. Ancient Egypt invented mummification, which was only for rulers, important people, and their pharaohs. They invented black ink. They invented the sickle, which is a tool used for cutting and harvesting. They invented wigs, which was made out of human hair, sheep's wool, or other items they can find, and cosmetic makeup, which wasn't just for females, but it was also for males. And as you can see under, that is a picture of a wig that ancient Egyptians would use and would make. In ancient China, they invented silk, the umbrella, the compass, the kite, and acupuncture. And on the upper left, there is a picture of Asians crowding around, and there is an umbrella in the picture. Some similar inventions were money, calendar, paper, bronze, and iron weaponry. For paper, they used papyrus, and right under that, there's two different papers that were used by ancient Chinese people and as well as ancient Egyptians. Egypt worshipped gods. Like the Mesopotamians, the Egyptians were polytheistic, worshipping many gods of all types, some mightier than others. They developed complex ideas of their gods that reflected the world around them, and these views changed over the many centuries of Egyptian history as gods took on new attributes and often merged with one another. China worshipped their ancestors, but over time they expanded their beliefs to Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. In the political environment, many people were open to new ideas. To Chinese scholars, the Buddhist concepts of the reincarnation of souls, karma, and nirvana were intellectually stimulating. Some similar beliefs Egypt and China had were polytheistic religion, life after death, centered around family, and medicinal practices such as using tea and herbs to cure each other. Egypt had pharaohs, which were at the top. They were considered gods. And China had emperors, which were also at the top, but it was hereditary. Both held slaves at the bottom. In Egypt, the keen surroundings had to be worthy of a god, and only a magnificent place was suitable for home. Egyptian society reflected the pyramids that it built. At the top stood the pharaoh, who relied on a circle of nobles, officials, and priests to administer his kingdom. The cities of the Nile Valley were also home to artisans of all types, along with merchants and other tradespeople. A large group of farmers made up the broad base of the social pyramid. At the center of Anyang were large temples, palaces, and altars. Outside the central core were industrial areas where bronze workers, potters, stone carvers, and artisans lived and worked. Egyptian scribes actually created two writing systems called hieroglyphics and hieratic. In China, logographics eventually were replaced by phonetic scripts. Due to China retaining its logographic writing system, many years were gained to full mastery of reading and writing, which added to prestige education. Similar city advances that both Egypt and China had were writing systems, monuments, architecture, irrigation, canals, and military. Some things that differ from then and now, the 21st century's ideas from Egypt, are mummification, pharaohs, and polytheism. Now they have lost art, they have a president, and their current president is Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and monotheism is now what they believe in, and most Egyptians are Muslim. In China, then, it was social hierarchy, which was mostly hereditary. They had limited education, and they believed in housewives. Now, in China, they have communism, boundless education, and women rights. A fun fact about education in China now, kids in China now have up to 6 classes a day. Most schools are like boarding schools, and kids only go home for the holidays. They also have extracurricular activities like tennis, sports, learning different languages such as English, French, German, etc. Some things I believe that make a great society is location, due to agriculture, natural barriers, and major waterways. Next is going to be strong leaders, having a strong government and making sure that there is the division of labor. Religion, advanced technology, people, art, and record keeping are also other things that make a society great. This has concluded my presentation. I hope you learned a lot from all the information I have said and put into the presentation. I also hope you enjoyed all the little images and transitions from the presentation. Thank you so much for watching.